I didn't really know this, but these lacrosse sticks, they're gender specific.
Yes.
Right? This is a guy's. It's got
Yep.
a little deeper net.
And I'm holding the girls.
Yeah. Well, lacrosse has been around for a long time, and its roots go back more than 900 years.
But it was 5 years ago that lacrosse came into focus locally with the formation of one organization.
And from the Omaha Lacrosse Club, Gwen Newsom and Rob Mazanik.
You got it.
Nice to be
Good to see you
here,
guys.
Gwen.
No,
Hi,
what,
Rob.
what was the idea, the goal when you first started the organization?
The goal was to grow the sport. It's very big on the East Coast, West Coast, really huge in Colorado and Minnesota, and the Midwest is the one portion of the country that doesn't have as much lacrosse. We had great people like Rob and some other individuals said, let's grow it at the youth level here. And 5 years later, here we are, and we've got over 350 kids playing lacrosse in the area.
Rob, what is it about? Like the basic rules, the point of the game, for those who just don't know, like the two of us probably aren't
I don't know much
that
about it.
familiar
Yeah,
with it.
I think the excitement of it is you get to carry a stick. Kids love carrying sticks. But I think it's the speed of the game, the high scoring of the game. You're never out of a game because you always have a chance to get back in. And just the fact that the kids can, depending on the age, can play with contact, but not so much where they're in fear of being hurt. But it's one of those sports that encompasses basketball, football, hockey, soccer. So you get it all in one sport, but the enjoyment of nobody's left out. Everybody's involved in this game.
Yeah. How did you get started? Are you from the East Coast?
Yeah, started on the East Coast and kind of worked I was born here, moved, came back, and just felt we needed to grow this game here with a bunch of other people that were involved. So.
Oh, Gwen, you were talking about kids, and you've got programs for kids who've been around the sport for a while, and those who are brand new to it.
Brand new. We have a lot of new kids in our program because it is so new here in the Midwest. We get parents calling all the time saying, what does my kid need? Oh my gosh, I'm concerned that they're new. And I said, a lot of kids are new, so don't worry about that.
Let's talk about equipment, because the parents say, if this is going to be a huge expense, and I don't know if my kids are even going to like it, and if they want to drop out in a month, and then I'm saddled with all this gear. So what do you need to start?
So for the girls game, what you need on the girls game is a stick and a pair of goggles.
Okay, so parents, I know you're looking at the website right now, but what Gwen is telling us is for girls to get started, this is all they need.
And a mouth guard.
Okay.
Yeah, and a mouth guard. That's it for girls. You can pretty much easily get this for probably about $79 at a local sporting goods store.
So not a huge initial investment.
Not for the
to get
girls' side.
started.
The
Okay,
boys' side is a little more costly because of helmets. The boys have helmets, gloves, they have elbow pads, and shoulder pads. And they also have a mouth guard as well. OLC does have a rental program, so that's a great part of our organization. So when you have young kids, they get involved in the sport, and they want to see if it's something that fits, and they don't want to spend the gear.
Yeah.
I think you can outfit a youth kid anywhere from about $150, and as you get into high school, you probably want a little better equipment. It gets a little more costly, but $150 to $200 roughly, you can find it.
It's not unlike enrolling a kid in youth football, though. I mean, the equipment is a little different, but in terms of cost.
The same cost is involved as far as
Do
outfitting.
adults get into it? I know, you're talking about growing the sport through kids, but is something that adults are turning on to it?
Yeah, we have some great, Omaha Lacrosse does the youth programs through U15. We also run the 2 high school girls teams. There are 8 local.
We have 8 local
boys teams.
high school boys teams, and then I coach the UNL
team.
men's team.
We have men's leagues through Nebraska Premier, and there's something for everybody.
Why are the men's sticks and the women's sticks different? I mean, it seems like the women's stick would be a lot harder to use because it doesn't have a deep pocket like that.
It is a lot harder to use. It's the women's game is more of a finesse stop-and-go game.
Well, yeah.
Oh, well, that makes sense, Rob.
Right. They're technically
Let's
more
make this
savvy,
about the
right?
differences between, the guys and
Exactly,
gals.
yeah, but it's definitely the way the games are played, and so the men's game is a lot more aggressive, a lot more movement involved. So the deeper pocket on the men's stick is definitely holds the ball.
There's something happening in February that if we're speaking to the people who are curious, they've never tried it, an introduction of sorts.
Yeah, we have, every year we do clinics, and we try to get people out to see if they're interested in the sport. So the month of February from 9 to 10 in the morning, on Saturday mornings, we will have intro to lacrosse clinics at Off the Wall Indoor Soccer. You can go online and register at Omaha Lacrosse Club. It's a $10 fee to come out and try it. We provide the equipment, and space is limited, but it gives you an opportunity to get your kid out and see if they even like it before you go ahead and purchase all the
Yeah.
equipment.
What is
Make
it
the
like in
investment.
Lincoln, right? You said you're the coach.
Yeah,
Nebraska.
UNL coach.
That's a
Lincoln-
club sport, right?
It's a
UNL?
club sport,
Yeah.
part of the MCLA. We are actually, trying to grow it to be involved in the divisional sport at some point, but it's a lot of fun. We have kids from all over the country that obviously come to UNL, so we get a good representation of lacrosse from all over, and it's very competitive. We made the playoffs for the first time this year, so it's a lot of fun.
Congrats. Yeah.
Well, it's nice to have you here.
Yeah,
Thank
appreciate it.
you.
Thank
And
you.
Gwen,
Thank
nice
you.
to meet you as well.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Corn